Hey there, how's it going? It's been a little while, you know? Things have changed a little bit. Not really. It's just, you know, last time I talked to you, to all of you, you know, my viewers, I was coming back to school, and that was actually spring term. We're gonna guess April, May, maybe? We'll say April or May. Well, it's now fall. Well, sunlight's kind of splashing at you. Hope you don't mind. But yeah, it's fall right now, and I'm actually heading back home because it's my sister's birthday. But yeah, that's what I'm up to, you know? Got back to school again, started remembering that I have to do homework, need to do that homework because gotta get the grades, get the education, so I'm not a bum. We already talked about all this. And once again, I'm really kind of doing a lot of work, maybe. Kinda. Like, I mean, I'm doing work, but I'm definitely not, like, busting my ass. Like, last night, for example, I had, like, a project due today in landscape. Or not landscape, interiors. I had it due today. I didn't start till last night, and it was, like, a 5-hour project. Like, what the fuck am I doing? Like, why not just do it earlier? It ended up being okay, mind you. But technically, I haven't turned it in yet, because it was due today in class, but she said you should photocopy it for a copy of yourself. And I did that, but I still need to turn it in. But I'm driving now, and I forgot to earlier. So I'm just not going to turn it in till, like, Monday? It's Friday right now. Kind of a slacker. I'm not a slacker. No. I just have my priorities set straight, you know? Pot intake, down. Like, non-existent, you know? Although, alcohol intake, up, you know? Like, last year, that was my thing. It was like, you know, me smoking pot, that's not a big deal, man, because you know what? I don't drink. Well, it's, like, completely changed now. Because my house, you know, we switched around, like, the people. And so now, we've got, like, an alcoholic living with us. Great guy, though. Great guy. Drinks a shit ton. But, you know, great guy. But, yeah, you know. Uvo is still the same. You got your Portland people, like we just drove by. I'm in the middle of campus right now. Good time of the day. Good time of the year. Nice and good temperature. A little bit sunny. Kind of squinting a little bit, but it's alright. Ooh, yeah. So, back into the house. Back into eating food. I have not had a ramen once. That is right. No ramen for me. Although, I'm going to have to break down and do it because I don't have any food left. I'm out. Ooh, and I splurged, and I did not get flavor it. I didn't. No. Kraft cheese only. I only got Kraft cheese. You know, I learned, we discussed that last time. Kraft cheese is over. You know what? Change your view. More of the good stuff. But yeah, food, oh my god. My roommates eat hot dogs. Like, that's what they eat. Like, that's all they eat. Hot dogs. Breakfast, 2 hot dogs. Lunch, 2 hot dogs. Dinner, 2, wait, burritos. Frozen burritos. But yeah, so I'm going to my sister's birthday right now. And, my grandparents are going to be there. They're okay. My grandparents are alright. My other grandparents are a lot cooler. These ones, they're alright. We call one Papa Wink. I'm not shitting you. We call him Papa Wink. Like, I met him, and he told me to call him Papa Wink. His name is Forrest Winkler. Like, he's my step-granddad to my step-grandma, if that works out. Like, my grandma died, and so then my granddad remarries, and then he dies, then she remarries to Papa Wink. Like, I'm, like, 6 years old, and I meet this guy, and, like, you always hear about, you know, like, the kid, like, meeting, like, the stepfather, and, like, I hate you! Well, I met my step-granddad. Like, you can't hate on a step-granddad. And so I was just kind of like, hey. And he's like, you can call me Papa Wink. And, like, I'm a 6-year-old, but I was already thinking, like, what the fuck? Papa Wink? That's just... You're not Santa Claus, man. But he's alright, kind of a ditz. Like, we pulled up in a car one time to a biker gang, basically. Like, a biker gang. In a minivan. We're in a minivan, we pull up to a biker gang. So what does he do? We, like, stop, and he starts, like looking through the bottom of his bifocals. He's like, well, look what they have on their helmets. What do they have written right there? And all these bikers just start looking over, and they're just like, I'm gonna kill you with my chain. And Papa Wink is just sitting there kind of, well, look what they got written on. I was like, oh my god. Oh, I was 8, but I was just like, oh shit, Papa Wink's gonna get his ass kicked. No, but they're really nice. Like, I'll go, and they'll talk about how glad they are to see me, and I'll be like, oh, I'm so glad to see you too. But let's be honest, none of us really care. We're just going through the motions. I hate that. I really do. Because I wish I wasn't just going through the motions, but sometimes, you know, like, you meet somebody, and you don't give a rat's ass about this person, and they're like, it's so good to meet you, and you're like, oh, it's so good to meet you too, wow. And then you talk about, like, if you're in college, you talk about, like, oh, what classes do you have? Oh, I've got that class, we should sit by each other. And then you gotta sit by him, and then you kind of talk, but you don't, and then you don't sit by each other once. And then you just never sit by each other ever again. It's just like, oh, that was cool. Whatever the hell that was. And then you kind of get that, like, awkward thing where it's like, if I see them, do I just smile or do I say hello? And then every once in a while, someone will jump up to, like, hug status, you know? Usually girls. Not too many guys are pouncing at me, like, giving me hugs all over the place. But every once in a while, you know, like, you'll have a class with a girl, and then all of a sudden, you're, like, upgraded. Like, all of a sudden, you're at hug status. And, like, you see her, and you're like, hey, so-and-so, and they're like, oh, so-and-so! And then you get, like, this big hug, and you're like, how did we get to that? Jeez, like, next time I think we're gonna start making out. I'm kidding.